Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another online battle. I'm GladiatorGamer, and with me today I have the Prussian Prince himself. What's up, Prussian Prince?
Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Going quite fine actually. Like I actually
Oh,
played quite a few tournaments today. So yeah, this is
I
well,
played a
no, this
couple.
is the second tournament. So
Okay, what
yeah,
was the other one?
it
Are you
was
talking about
a
Heroes
Russian
of the Old?
tournament that I
Oh,
joined.
I
Like
see.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Right. For the viewers, basically, we're gonna be going over two online battles today. I call them online battles, but they're actually tournament battles for Mr. Smart Donkey and officially Devin's tournament. No doubt it's gonna be on their channels as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm facing Prussian Prince. Obviously, if you've seen any videos, you know he's an exceptionally skilled player, and I'm not gonna lie, I really failed it this time. but
But you
let's
won
go ahead and
last time,
commentate
so
this.
we'll see what happens.
I won last time, yes.
Yeah.
I will just reinstate that for the viewers. I have beaten this man in the past. But yeah, I found these games very difficult. I won't spoil anything, but I did find them very difficult. So you want to go ahead and talk through the armies, Prince, or do you want to unpause first?
Uh,
Let's
let's
talk
go over
through
the
the armies
builds
because you
first.
rush like a madman. So
Yeah, yeah, we won't get much time. But before we
oh,
go into that, I do want to say, do check out all the YouTube links that I'll be posting in the description. The one to Gladiator Gamer's channel and the ones to Smart Donkey and such, the other participants and organizers, of course. But
fantastic, fantastic! That shout out really made me smile.
yay!
All right,
So, time to go over the builds. Well, I'll go over mine and you're probably gonna go over yours. But
sounds good. Yep.
anyway, I have a simple yet brutally
Deadly.
effective army, I'd like to call it. So,
Right.
I have Azag the Slaughterer on the Skull Mancha. Then I have one Giant. And lo and behold, 10 Black Orcs. Yes, you heard that right.
Ouch.
10
Yeah.
Black Orcs.
Oh
Totally
gosh.
not spamming here.
No,
And
no.
then I have 5 Goblin Wolf Riders. So, yeah,
I didn't know you
that's.
had five of them. Oh yeah, wow. They are cheap, aren't they? Are they
Yeah, they're
300?
300. So, very cheap. But
Exceptionally
yeah,
good disruption units, I
yeah,
would assume.
essentially
Okay.
that's why I brought them. So, what do you have?
Well, that's the end of Prussian Prince story because he's got like four
Yeah,
units.
4 unit types.
I decided to go for an experimental build. Now, I will advise the viewers this was not a good idea because I'm facing Prussian Prince in a tournament battle. Experimental builds are the last thing I should have done. But yeah, um, honestly, this I was having quite a tiring day, and I'm not making excuses, but yeah, I was distracted. This build might have worked if I was not distracted, but I'll go through what I've brought. They are the micro-intensive gyrocopters with brimstone guns. These guys are fantastic, apparently, against against large targets. They've got armor-piercing damage, so great against anything armored as well. I would assume. On the flanks, I've got two units of miners that I brought to kind of screen two units of hammerers so that they can get their charge bonuses off as best as they can. In the center, I've got one unit of cannons, backed up by a couple of longbeards, further backed up by a couple of quarrelers, and again backed up by two units of thunderers. Um, Ungrim Iron Fist is going to be my legendary lord. Because of the tournament rules, you can only bring legendary lords. And I've got a Thane in the front, and this was actually to ensure that if Prussian uses Spirit Leech, the Thane's in the way instead of Ungrim, at least at
Hmm.
first. And my main line right at the front here, as you guys can see, is 5 units of Longbeards. And that is it. Very diverse army. Uh, we'll see how effective it is. You want to go ahead and unpause, Prince, or do you have anything else to say?
Sure. I'll start it on when I say go. So three,
Okay,
2, 1, go.
unpaused. All right, so what's happening already? He's rushing in. This is
Yes,
typical
all
Prussian
my units.
Prince. Just
Frontal assault.
charging.
But honestly, though, like I think that you're at a pretty big disadvantage considering that you're dwarfs. So against greenskins, kind of hard to beat greenskins with dwarfs, I
Yeah,
think.
I mean, I personally, loads of people say this is OP, that is OP. I prefer not to. A lot of the time, I can't help it, and I will say certain things are OP. For example, if you bring too many demigryphs or too many crypt horrors, it's gonna
Yeah.
make it difficult for your opponent. But in this case, for example, you've got lots of black hawks. That's fine. I feel like um, I could have done really well here if I microed my brimstone guns very well. As you can see, Azag's flying the hell out of there before those brimstones get to
Yeah.
him.
I just
But
spirit
I didn't do
leeched.
a good job protecting them. So
Yeah. Spirit leech, spirit leech. You know, if this was large, they would have lost more HP, quite a bit more. But since
yes,
it's large,
they would have, yeah.
yeah, the
Since it's
good.
ultra, yeah.
I kind of like ultra because it makes magic less effective in a way.
Yeah, it makes it less
Yeah,
breaking, sort of.
because it doesn't scale with unit size, so it's
No, which is very
yeah,
strange. Smart
it's
Donkey was talking about that
yeah.
earlier, and I was like, really? I didn't know. I thought it scaled with the health you have, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, so you want to talk about this giant? What the hell were you thinking here? Tell the viewers what you were doing.
Well,
Charging it in for the fun.
yeah, basically I thought with this giant that I would be able to crush through this flank really quickly. That's why I brought the one giant. So I thought it
Okay.
would give me the necessary punching power to
Um, yeah,
dismantle one
that
flank
makes
quickly.
sense. I'm trying to counter it, and I think I'm doing pretty damn well. Those
Yeah, I did
cannons
really
were
well.
built for that giant killing, so
Yeah,
they did a good job.
cannons countered the giant really well, as you
Yeah.
said.
Now, herein lies the main problem with my army. My brimstone guns, I really did not use. In my online battles, at least on my channel, I basically post the online battles and say how I could have improved. This is how I could have improved. Don't leave your bloody brimstone guns on the edge of the map and let your army get absolutely destroyed, because that's what's happening right now. I've got
Yeah.
a front with Prussian Prince's troops, but they're Black Hawks against Longbeards. I'm not going to last long there. The Giant has taken off, which is good. Um, but as you can see, he's just flanking me. There's a huge numerical advantage, positional advantage, and these Longbeards and miners, for example, here, I've got two Black Hawks against a miner unit. Like,
Yeah,
ouch.
that's not
That's
gonna go
just
very well. I also have
no, it's
the
not.
quality advantage as well, so not just quantity in terms of infantry. You have the skirmishers, that's your advantage, but
Yeah,
it's rough to use them. It's really hard.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, with those brimstone guns, 1,600 gold essentially, 1,600 funds used just flying around uselessly. I should have been dropping bombs here. I should have been harassing perhaps these wolf riders, or even the Black Hawks from the flank. Instead, now Prussian, I have to give you credit for this. Those wolf riders did a great job tying
Yeah,
down the thunderers and the quarrelers. If they can't shoot, then the wolf riders have done their job, even if they rout. And
yeah,
as you can see, that's what he's doing.
yeah. Really
I think
cheap, so it's
really
worth
cheap,
it.
yeah.
Mm,
For hammerers on the flank, they should have been doing good, but once again, it's just a crazy number advantage. Two Black Hawks and a flanking Wolf Rider against my one hammerer and Ungrim himself. The Giant somehow plucked up the courage to come back into the fight. He's gonna die, I think, at some point.
yeah, and
But yeah, I was very confused during this battle. I was like, I didn't know what to do.
your gyros are going to die right now. It's, Azag
Oh
is
yeah,
right on them.
yeah.
Spirit
There
leeching
was some
as well.
serious gyro killing there
Yeah.
by
Mm,
Azhag.
the thing about those gyros is that at least they kept Azag out of combat. You know, out of your
Yes, yeah. I mean, if Azag was in there spirit leeching Ungrim, for
yes,
example, this would have been even more difficult. But I
yeah,
do think I did not use them at all how I planned to use them when I was like forming this army up. What I wanted to do was dissuade you from bringing Azag in, punish you if you brought him too close to the guns, and if you got too close to my brimstone guns, then uh, I would have protected them with the Thunderers, but I didn't do any of that. I just sent them flying
yeah,
off by themselves, which is why I did so poor. And as you can see, the whole Dwarfen army is just crumbling here. Prince hasn't got much to say because, well, his uh, his troops are speaking for him essentially.
yeah. And
He's
I'm
Black
spirit
Hawks.
leeching your generals soon. I think. Yeah,
Now
there we
he's
go.
now he's spirit leeching, yeah, which is fine. This late in the game, I didn't even mind. I thought at this point I'd lost it. Obviously, I've not got much left. The cannons did a good job, I'd say, against the giant. Definitely, my biggest regret was the gyrocopters with the brimstone gun. I mean, I did not use them very well.
But again, I think you lost this in the faction picking stage and also with your army composition. I think
Oh,
because
really?
on the
Okay.
battlefield, I think you played quite well. Besides the gyros, but I think everything else you did quite well. But
Okay. Okay.
you just with this army and the faction, I don't think you would have been able to
I
win.
appreciate
I
that
think,
kind of thinking.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it did look like it would be difficult to face 10 black orcs. I don't even think I had 10 longbeards. Like, that's the kind of
No,
imbalance we had with our main lines. It was very difficult. So yeah, I'll keep that in mind next time. Bring
and the,
fewer ranged units. I would say
the black
might be a good
orcs,
idea. Yeah,
they're still alive and well. Yeah.
there's they are.
Uh,
Wow, that was difficult. Yeah. So there you go. A very quick initial battle there against Prussian Prince. You want to go for the second one?
sure. Let's load up the second one.
All right, let's do
I
this.
need to find
So
it.
there's the army compositions right there. Now this, the first battle, Prussian has said he thought I lost that right at the beginning. I personally didn't think so. I thought the brimstone guns could have turned it around for me if I microed them properly. But this one, this battle, I was just, I'm not gonna lie, Prussian. I'm a pretty honest person. Without being too rude, this one I felt like, it was kind of
This was unwinnable.
exploitative
Yes.
sort of, and
This
you can see why.
this was even less unwinnable compared to last game.
Yes,
That's
last game was, I would say, fair. I can say good game, well played. This one I say good game, well played as well. But if you gave me that army and you took my Bretonian army, I don't think you would have won
I
me
would
that.
lose 10 out of 10 games probably.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about your army composition and why this is not the best, not the you can say not the fairest. Definitely one of the best builds, but it's not very friendly, I'd say.
Yeah, well, the way I think about things is if it's a tournament and if it's within the rules, I will do
Yes, yes.
anything, even this.
And I understand that. I understand that. For example, in Lord
Uh,
Rexosaur's tournament, Empire troops are only allowed to bring. I mean, Empire faction players can only bring two
yeah.
demigryphs. That's very balanced, I would say. Here, as you can see, Prussian Prince. Let's just go over the army now.
Yeah,
He's
I
brought
have
five
5.
demigryph knights with halberds.
Yeah, yeah.
He's also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of halberdiers, I believe. 3 units of
Yes.
spearmen on that side. 3 units of spearmen on the left side, and that's about it. Witch Hunter and his lord on the ground because no doubt he was predicting Pegasi.
Yeah, yeah. Against Bretonia, I didn't want to have an air battle.
No, no, I'm sure you wouldn't have. Now, what I brought is pretty similar. Cheap infantry as the core because Bretonians only have cheap infantry at the core. Spearmen at arms, some of them. A couple of men at arms to strengthen the core, if you will, or the flanks rather. And then a ton of cavalry. 3 units of Knights of the Realm, 3 units of Knights of the Realm on the other flank. And my damsel or damsel and Loen Leonk on Beaqui, I think it is. Whatever.
Yeah, Buckwheat, yeah.
Now, just from the get go, Demigryph Knights with halberds are built specifically to counter large units. And they're great against everything else anyway, as well, let's
Yeah,
be honest. And I've got basically cavalry as my core contingent, as in my infantry was here to hold the line, cavalry was here to maneuver around and flank and break the Empire infantry. Pegasi were here to help wherever they needed. Now, I can't do that if he's got demigryphs. If he's got demigryphs, my Empire Knights are rendered useless. There is very little, I believe, I could have done here to win this battle in any way
yes.
because 3 versus 2, 3 versus 3, demigryphs versus Empire Knights, demigryphs versus Knights of the Realm. I mean, it's almost impossible to
Yeah,
win. Number one, it's almost impossible to win. Number two, if I peel out any units to support, like any infantry, he's got a ton of spears to
yep.
support as well. So, what can I do? Prussian, talk us through this. What do you think I
Uh,
should have done?
Before
Not
we
bring
go,
Bretonia.
like, what's your time in game? Did you unpause? Did you keep it paused?
Oh my god, I
Because we
actually
didn't
did
set it
unpause.
up.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
have it
actually did unpause.
unpaused. Yeah, I
Okay,
have.
I'll tell you what I'm on. I'm on 4 minutes.
Okay,
What are you on?
wait for me there.
Did I pause?
Yeah, okay, I'm on 4
Okay.
minutes as well. Okay. So
I'm
we
on 3
both
minute
kept it going.
56. I've paused on
Okay,
3
okay,
minute
okay.
56.
I'll get there. 3:56. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we should probably just. Okay, what did you want me to say? Because the
I want.
engagement's about to happen.
Yeah, yeah, I can see the crazy engagements are about to begin on the left flank. I wanted to ask what you think I should have done to counter your army here without knowing your army right from the beginning. Do you think there's
Uh,
anything I could have done?
well, there are some things you could have done to increase your chances, maybe, but that would be going from like I don't know 0.5% to maybe like 1%. I'm
Gosh.
not really sure what Bretonia can do against this, so it's
Yeah, well, there you go.
hmm,
If you don't know,
yeah,
then I would
but
consider myself
well,
not better than you.
the,
So I have no idea. Honestly, I was
there
completely
is
stumped.
the one thing you could have done is perhaps some peasant bowmen. That might have been good because the infantry line that I have here is just like 30 armor, so those halberdiers would have just died fairly quickly to your peasant bowmen, I think, because they only have
Okay.
30 armor. So essentially, the way the mechanics work, as long as a unit has 50 or less armor, like bowmen
Yep.
are better against it. But if it gets above 50 armor, that's when
Guns.
handgunners
I
do
see.
better.
All right.
That's the magic value, so to speak.
So
Uh,
okay, that's good to know that you learn something every day. I did not know that. I did know that guns were better against armor, but that's good to know. Okay. So yeah, peasant bowman might have helped, but once again, if I brought peasant bowman, what am I trading in for that peasant bowman? Am I trading in more infantry or some of the cavalry or like what?
well, it's hard to say because
It's hard to say,
if you
yeah.
traded away the Pegasus Knights, then if I picked like air, you would have been in so much trouble
I
because I
would,
could have
yeah.
had the Light Wizard and could have had my Carl Franz
Yes, on
on
Deathclaw.
Deathclaw.
That's what
Yeah,
I was thinking. So this is a natural defense against that,
yeah.
just to bring some Pegasus Knights. Plus, they're very maneuverable and effective when used correctly. Not that I can use them correctly half the time, but yeah, they're pretty damn useful. You haven't unpaused, have you?
No, no, I haven't unpaused yet.
Okay, so let's unpause and see exactly what happens on the left flank here to the Knights of the Realm. Now you can see it's 3 versus 2, and I'm bringing in men at arms. He's bringing in spearmen,
Wait,
so it's pretty fair in terms of
did you do the
numbers.
countdown or did you
But
unpause
yeah,
it?
it's difficult. Yeah, yeah, sure. Three,
Okay.
2, 1, unpause. Okay, here we go. So I get a charge off on these guys. He gets a charge off here,
Honestly,
and I've got Knights of the Realm coming in on the flanks.
I mean, demigryphs are
Looking at it, I've got some damage done, but look how quick the damage has been inflicted on the Knights of the Realm here. It's very, very potent. And here
yeah.
we've got on the right flank cavalry charge as well. And the main line just sits there for quite a while, actually. Oh man,
Yeah,
they've got nothing to
and
do.
it's good because I don't have as many units as you on the front line. I think I'm not sure. Let's see, because if I remember correctly, I counted in a game and you had more units in the center, which I was
Yes,
fine
but
with.
your halberdiers are much stronger than my
Yes,
spearmen at arms, so
true, true, true.
I can't just engage, hope
Yeah,
to win, and then carry on
yes,
playing. I have to do something special, which I really couldn't. I've got one unit of Knights of the Realm onto the right flank. They managed to somehow escape in this absolute chaos. So at some point, I think that because I've got a spare unit to flank with, maybe I should engage Prussian's Prince's main line here, and I do at some point. I do bring my men forward.
oh,
That
also,
damsel, I brought her in to mitigate the damage, but as you can see, that left flank,
yeah,
my Knights of the Realm are just shattered. Here we go. Main line coming in here.
yeah, and also look at King Lewin. He's very low on HP because my witch
Yes,
hunter
he is.
has
Yeah,
been accusing him and shooting at him for
yeah,
a
yeah.
while, so he's hurting.
He is. He is. And I honestly didn't know what to do. I was trying to pull him out. I do get him out. There you go. He's off. He's back in the air. The Pegasus were flanking you pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
I
to
did
live on
like that
your.
you had a Demigryph Knight just in reserve to charge that Pegasus once it came down. That was
Yeah,
obviously a good
except I mismicroed
calculation. Yeah.
it. But I think it still beat that Knights of the Round, even though it got charged. I think. I mean, they're
Well,
so good that they can beat like two Knights of the Round on their own. So yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I personally think even in tournament games, if for example, if I was running a tournament, I would say maximum 3,000 spent on monsters and artillery, just like the rules for this tournament, but demigryphs would be included in that. Currently, they're just cavalry, but I would include them
Hmm.
as monstrous units because it kind of balances it out. I mean, Empire's not going to lose because they don't have more than two demigryphs, but they're definitely going to win if they have more than two demigryphs a lot of the time.
Well, I think you should just limit them separately. Just max two demigryphs or something. That'll be the best bet, I think.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm zooming in on Lewin.
Oh,
He's
is he? Where is he? Oh, here he is.
he's doing some damage, but he's about to go down.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
not yet actually. I think.
he's doing a decent amount of
Yeah, yeah.
damage as well. But as you know, my core is almost gone, especially with those demigryphs just having free reign. They're just so happy to be around the battlefield. These demigryphs. Oh my god! Don't stand a chance. Look at this charge.
Oh,
Oof!
one more
Insta
accused.
death for the Knights of the Realm there.
Now he got accused. Your general did. Poor
I see.
Lewin.
Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah,
Lewin
and that's a
Kerr.
whitewash. Clear win.
Yeah, King Lewin Kerr is
Yep.
actually your the best unit that you have. It's like he
Pretty
has
much.
to carry the game for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise,
He's the only one that
yeah.
can do anything.
Yes.
What I should have done is I should have just kept him and the Pegasus Knights in a corner, just flying, and that's it. Just not let the game finish. Oh man.
Well, you would. The thing is, I think you would have chain routed anyway. So
Yeah, I probably would
yeah,
have because of
quite
the
convenient.
balance of power.
Yeah, and not just that, but if you have only flying units, you get the morale penalty over
Yes,
time.
you have to land or it
Yeah.
gives you penalties. Yeah, I have seen that. But yeah, is there anything else you want to say?
Uh, no, except I hope my opponents won't use these builds against me.
Oh
In
man,
the
yeah,
next
they
few
are
rounds.
very,
Yeah.
very tough to build, tough to beat builds. I don't know. I wouldn't use them. I would try and use something more balanced. But yeah, very good game to Prussian Prince on both accounts. He did bring powerful builds that were within the rules, so I'm not going to fault him on that. But yeah, some units are far more powerful than others right now. But even so, obviously, Prussian Prince has the skill and strategy needed to take me down. There you go. So we don't have to play a third game because he won the first two. And I assume you're now into the next round
Yes.
against,
Alex
was it
the
Alex the
Rambler.
Rambler?
Yes.
Because that should be an interesting fight.
Yes. But I think not to say anything against Alex the Rambler, but I think this is gonna be, how should I put it? I think your match is gonna be harder than the one against him. So
Well, yeah.
yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know
I
how to
like
put
I
it
like
without
Rambler. He's
sounding rude
awesome.
or something. It's difficult because he's a nice
You
guy,
could
but
say he's gonna be an easier fight. I would be honest and say that you can think that.
yeah,
I thought, for example, I thought Smart Donkey would be easier to face than you, but then I beat you and I lost to Smart Donkey. So it's all
yeah,
random,
anything can
not
happen.
random, but there's a chance in everything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
but I understand what you mean. Do you want to wrap it up here?
Yep, sure. So
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed those two battles. I certainly did, even though I was quite tired while playing them. It was once again an honor to face Prussian Prince. So thanks for that.
same here.
Thanks for that, Prince. And I hope to rematch him sometime with more of a fighting chance. Let's put it like that.
Yes,
with
would be nice.
with on equal terms,
Yes.
hopefully at some point. But yeah, very good game, well played, and ladies and gentlemen, I shall see you in the next episode. of whatever. Take care, have a great day, and as always, peace be upon you.
See ya, everyone.